Are you smelling bit? You okay?
All right, people. The world is going through difficult times.
Yeah, I hear that.
In America too, actually.
Actually, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So last night, I knew we were gonna do this, and I made a special record. So this record is in honor of George Floyd, and I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
It hits every time.
Shout out to his family.
Oh,
yeah, all right. Welcome to the show, people.
Bringing in the new year.
New year.
Just in time.
Shout out to his family.
We're just in time to be talking about the George Floyd protests, I think.
All right, party people. This one goes out to George Floyd.
Where is
a case that has not yet been fully...
We have to wait for more details.
More facts on the ground. That's David Guetta.
David Guetta.
I am
Is he a Frenchman? Is that guy
I
French?
have no idea. He might be like, Middle Eastern.
He could be. He sounds, his voice at least, he sounds like one of those guys who is Middle Eastern, but like the part that's still France.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
All those northern
right. Sort of
African
like
guys.
the
N-word
of France, you think?
I don't like that.
You think the
I don't.
You think it's mostly the
N-word? I don't. It's so clean. It's such a clean drop.
It's your.
Oh.
It's also yours. It's your.
Yeah, no,
yeah. I thought that I have a lot of leverage.
How did you get that?
From the last one. We must have said it.
Why did I say it so cleanly?
I was surprised.
It's perfect.
I was able to get it without tricking you.
It's an easy cut. I didn't say the N-word. N-word? Well, I didn't say it. No. You're going to abuse this.
It's as fun as I thought it was going to be.
Cannot be allowed. One day I'm going to fix this setup.
Yeah, you're going to gain control.
Because we're recording, this is, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
They say.
That's what they tell
And what
us
do we
to call
have?
it.
What did you bring? You got a little, it looks like it's from your little sound recorder, 1987. Something you buy at Radio Shack.
Okay, this is something that you buy actually at Best Buy.
Now.
On sale.
I'm just saying it looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks really bad.
It seems to function.
Apparently, no one else uses this.
No, I was trying to look up some troubleshooting stuff. There's nothing. You couldn't find shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes usually in my life whenever I'm going to make a big purchase, is I have the thing in mind that actually is the correct thing.
Yeah.
And I could go get that. But it's not in a store nearby.
Yeah.
So what I end up doing is going to a store nearby and just maybe figuring it out from there.
Best.
What else is not even the next best?
No,
like
just the nearest
4th or 5th
something
best.
that fits the criteria, sort of.
Right.
It does the function kind of that you wanted.
I like doing that whenever I have a specific author that I want to read. And what I could do is, I guess, just go to a library when I have this urge.
Nobody's doing that.
But I go to a bookstore, and then it's not there. It's never there.
No, none of the ones you
And
want.
then what I'll do is I'll just settle for the third closest thing to that.
Yeah, or like
I'm still walking out of here with a book.
Just a different book the guy wrote.
Yeah. Well,
you've never heard of it.
Hoping to God it's at least in that category of book.
And it's not.
It's usually not.
It never is, no.
No, usually it's just another copy of Infinite Jest.
Yeah, I'm always buying.
Well, because I like it because it's anti-woman.
I got 9 or 10 of them.
Yeah.
Just to keep them away.
Yeah, just like it's the misogynist manifesto, and women are scared of it.
I want to keep. I try to keep them as far from me as possible. So I've got 2 different libraries, both filled to the brim.
Well, what I've been doing is I've been buying Infinite Jest because I'm trying to get it off the shelves so that no other young man can get infected with the disease. Yeah, the navel gazing.
I love it. I love to read it to women too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like it.
No, I like reading it out loud
Big
while they're
sections,
sleeping. Yeah.
Long chunks. 40, 50 pages.
What I like to do is I like to lock myself in a room for like about 3 or 4 days, and then I have like one of those big keyboards that has like the clack of the keys.
Oh yeah.
And I just fucking run my fingers over that for like 3-4 days, and then I come out and I say, "Honey, I've written something. I've written."
And then you do
This is the best thing I've ever written in my life. And then it's just
you take you go to the footnotes.
Yeah, I just go to
Jest, and you start in the middle of one of them. Just keep reading.
Just about how like this word that's no longer in use actually comes
dumb
from
nonsense. Or one of the ones in the back where it's like, oh, here's another story about this character I just mentioned.
Here is literally 20 pages.
Why are you writing this? Put it away.
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know why those footnotes. None of them work.
No.
None of them are good.
No, the whole concept of the footnotes is ridiculous.
It's incredibly.
It's
stupid.
very hack.
There's a reason no one else did it. Right?
Yeah,
it didn't work. It's just a thing for people who want to read the book to be like, oh, it's an interesting thing about the book. It's got that's different than other books.
I would like to put. I think they should have little footnotes and like other things other than just like books. You know, like different things like TV shows. You should
footnotes.
have like little
interesting
little.
How in the context, so in a book, so a footnote is it'll be at the end of the book, so you can flip to it
right
in the middle of while you're reading the book.
Yeah.
What would that be for a television program?
What about instead of footnotes?
You just abandoning it immediately? Couldn't think of anything.
You when you start talking, you hope that something happens, something comes out of you. But in that situation, I was put under the spot, and I would have had to describe something that is not possible. But what about like instead of footnotes? Okay.
Careful.
It's
careful.
It's
I don't know what you're doing, but be careful. N-word.
It doesn't even rhyme. It's not even like a
it's
pun.
It's not close to a pun even.
What are you looking for?
Don't bring it up. We're doing this is a professional program.
I apologize. I'll just keep going with my thing.
There are things on the line.
Listen, everybody. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to the roast of George Floyd.
No, God, no. We can't be doing
Lisa
that.
Lampanelli is here.
Oh, God.
Yes, Lisa. Yes, you're so fat. Lisa Lampanelli.
I don't remember who that is. Do you remember who that is?
No, it's the name that I remember.
She's a comedian.
I think she has blonde hair. She's fat, I believe.
I don't know about
For
that.
the purpose of this joke, she's a fat person.
You're doing a roast joke now about Lisa Lampanelli?
Lisa Lampanelli's here. Lisa Lampanelli is so fat, that every time she gets raped, so much candy spills.
What are you doing, man? Oh, she's a good sport, isn't she, folks? She's a good sport. She's a good sport.
Look at her.
You saying that, and her just like sheepishly nodding and smiling.
Yeah.
And the crowd
looking
goes
around
wild.
like,
ain't I a stinker? I don't think you should do rape jokes about disgraced comedian Lisa Lampanelli.
I didn't even get to finish the joke.
You don't need to. I think we got it.
Lisa Lampanelli, you're so fat.
She's not even fat. I'm looking at pictures of her. She's normal.
All right, okay. Jeff Ross is here. Jeff Ross, yes, famous pedophile. Jeff Ross.
Everybody's favorite pedophile.
Oh, Jeff Ross is here. Jeff Ross, your dad is so gay.
What do you...
When he steps on the scale, you can't even see the numbers because I'm sucking his dick.
Yeah, they love it. Oh, they
love it.
It's cool.
Eat the slop.
You know, whenever you came here with the audience, when you came to my home, my apartment here, it's not big.
I brought like about 40, 50 people.
It's like 50 people in here. And, it's, I thought it would be crowded, but I like the ambiance.
It feels kind of like an NPR desk concert.
Yeah, we're having kind of a nice time. Break out the ukulele after the hilarious Jeff Ross references. We all love Jeff Ross. We love thinking about him.
Whitney Cummings is here tonight.
Oh, I love
Whitney
her.
Whitney Cummings.
Oh, I love her.
Now, her dad is so gay.
Wait. Is Jeff Ross's dad gay? What's the premise of that? What's that?
It's a roast.
You're just finding out.
We're just roasting the guy.
I hope Jeff Ross gets a chance to respond to you. Is all I have to say. He will destroy you.
My co-host is here tonight. My co-host is here tonight. Your mom is so fat.
Don't click the...
Your mom is so fat that
N-word.
To have a sex word
I don't
with her
like that.
asshole.
I don't like that. You can't make me say in a fictional N-word in a fictional roast context. I don't want to be saying that. I wanted to control the board. I want to do this next time. I'll find some shit. I'm going to get personal. You recorded some of these without me. I'm going to go through those. I'm going to find something.
Jeff Ross's dad He's so Jewish. Jeff Ross's dad is so Jewish that he was in the Holocaust.
That is this so Jewish that. The fuck?
They love it.
So, no, they're being polite. I think at this point, they're all stinkers.
Yeah. I don't even know what this one does. Oh,
that's fun, huh?
And there we go. That's how we end that bit.
Now that's fun. I like that one.
There we go.
If we could put that on the other channel, where there's a clip of me. I didn't even use the N-word. I would never say that.
No, you would never.
N-word. You're allowed to say that is the thing. Right. I didn't even make a mistake there.
I think what makes it so funny.
I don't like it.
It's the
I feel
only
like I'm
thing
under
you
attack.
could say.
Oh man, you ever get emails from Discover Card?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get so many emails from Discover Card.
That's all.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to go with that.
Very good. Very
Thank
good.
You.
You guys ever...
You're really quick on the draw. That was good.
You guys ever get emails from Discover Card? Huh? What's that about, huh?
What's going
It's almost
on?
like they're trying to discover my bank account.
You gotta...
Huh?
You gotta work on that.
You know who doesn't get Discover Cards in this country? Huh? You know who's never getting their payday loan?
No, don't fucking press the button. I don't like that. Don't make it me disparaging. They've had it hard enough.
Who?
African American folks.
You know who I was just thinking about? I was just thinking about Barack Obama.
I'm always thinking about Barack.
And what was his deal again? Was he the first black president?
I think number one. Yeah, he was it was either the first or the best, but I can't remember. The media picked one. I don't remember which one they went with. I think first though. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking I was in the car and I was like, is he the first black president?
Which one?
What was his thing again?
Hang on. So it's Rutherford B. Hayes. So he was after Grant, or no, he was before Grant, but it was Reconstruction, right? And then Barack Obama. What was he?
Was he the first? I think he was like 6'2".
6'2".
6'2". He had big hands, fat lips. I can't remember what.
I don't think you can say that. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're pushing. You're pushing the limits. You know.
Shout out to his family.
I'm here to do a family-friendly show for the folks at home. I was told
I'm doing this for them.
We've got rules. There's rules and regulations we have to follow.
I haven't broken a single rule. I haven't said a swear.
We need an OSHA to come in here, and we need to put a lid on this.
We should have an HR department for the show. And that way I can start. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
No one listening, but we should definitely.
Definitely.
Well, you don't want to, power dynamics.
Right,
you don't want to have people abusing their power.
Because I own the means of production right now.
And you have a
use them
button
against
on
you.
the button
right.
thing.
Exactly.
That's the one, yeah. And you can't be doing that. We got to get HR in here.
Exactly. You got to get HR involved, and you have to tell them that I've been harassing you.
Yeah. Not sexually, but...
No, but just as a fellow...
N-word?
I've just been...
Ooh. Well, now what you did, you've made it bad for you now. Because now you've just made it seem as though you're using the N-word casually. About yourself. You can't. You just want to press it. All you want to do is press it.
It feels so good.
You know, before there was a board next to you, we would have all kinds of fun conversations. We'd talk about, what if like a pedophile did something? We would do that kind of thing.
Hey, let me ask you this. What if a pedophile did something?
Just sort of something.
What if it did anything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting that you consider them subhuman. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but that's interesting.
I was actually thinking about this. There's it's like a little test to see where you are on the spectrum of irony poisoning.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was like 16 years old, and I'm dating this like little Christian girl. I think she's like Catholic or something. And we were driving around, and I remember bringing up the facts. So something came up about gay people, and she reveals to me her wild opinion, which is that getting gay married, gay sex, those things to her are on the same level as incest.
Oh.
Like fucking your brother.
Oh, that's not good.
And and we had like a whole argument about it. And then I don't remember like how I defended the situation. Probably by saying something like
mean.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh,
I bet you were mean.
Well, that is stupid.
Yeah, man,
that's
you're
really
dumb,
bad.
huh?
Wow. So
Probably something like
you were
that.
raised by a family and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that. But I was thinking about it. Like if you become so irony poisoned, and then you come out of that with sort of an ironic, aggressive tone towards irony poisoning, what happens to your brain is you hear something like that, and you think, I mean, I get it. I know what she is saying.
I get what she's saying. That's true.
Like at the time, I could not have I didn't understand at all. Which
it almost feels like she's being inflammatory. To make you mad.
Right.
But no, I get what she's saying.
No,
she's wrong, but I get what she's saying.
She's a dumb bitch.
I see. I wouldn't use those words necessarily.
Yeah, she's a cunt whore.
Oh, you said she was a nice 16. You're talking about a 16-year-old right now. 16-year-old.
I think she remains that.
She cheat on you.
They all do.
They do.
Hey, guys, listen.
No. I try to steer us away from anything controversial.
They all do.
It's so quick.
Every single one of them will do it.
Have you tried going gay? Has that worked? You can try that.
Yeah, and then what happens? You know what happens when you go gay?
Yeah.
Some bitch shows up, takes your man, starts sucking and fucking him.
So every time.
Every single time.
You got a 0% success rate.
I'm just here minding my own business.
Did you hear that out there, and I think it was in Utah, could have been in Arizona, I think it was in Utah. I heard a Mormon man killed and murdered his wife and 8 children the other day.
Holy fucking shit.
Pretty recently.
All of them?
Yeah, because
he killed the whole bunch.
So apparently she was filing for divorce, or she had just filed.
Oh my God.
Like a day before he killed his wife and 8 children.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We don't know that it's related. The article said there's no proof that it's related, but my guess is that it's related.
I have a funny feeling that is very related.
It's weird when a Mormon guy does that. I know that they're bad people, but it's strange to see.
Yeah, well, because
8 kids.
I was going to say 8 is a lot of people. Do you think to go through the you have to go through the whole house?
If you're killing all your children, do you think it's easier to get yourself to do it if you have more than like 3?
Yeah,
because if you've got 8, it's like I don't spend a lot of time with it.
I don't really know
spend a
these
lot
people.
of time. Like I bet the first one, your oldest,
right?
They'll be tough for you to get through. So you probably save it for last.
Yeah,
probably just once the adrenaline's going.
You know what I would do is I would get them to help me, and then whenever the job is done, he's still talking. He's like, "Oh, Dad, and this is great because now I'm going to have so much free time. I'm going to get to play with all these games now that like all the siblings are gone. Can I have both rooms? One can be a toy room, one can be my friend's room, and then I'm just like shaking as I hold the gun over his head behind him.
I'm gonna miss you the most.
I love you,
Edgar.
I
imagine you'd name a kid
Moroni.
Edgar would be a good name for a child, for your child.
Edgar.
Little Edgar. And he's one of those kids who he needs glasses, huge glasses at
thick
2,
fucking
glasses.
Age
2.
Yeah,
they're
bottle caps.
He clearly cannot see. So we're gonna have to put glasses on this.
Sir, no, sir. Your son is already blind.
Yeah,
but
he wasn't born blind.
I guess you could put these on him.
We can't find anything wrong with him, but
Edgar is a beautiful boy. He's just walking into the wall in the doctor's office. You can't find the door. He is a beautiful boy. He's like 40 pounds overweight already.
I like how when babies are fat, it's good.
Yeah.
It's not just because it is adorable, of course.
It's so sick.
But aside from that, everyone's reaction is like, well, good, they're eating. They're not underweight. And it's like, well.
You ever see a baby that's like their proportions are just banging? Like they're just killing it?
I'm going to say no. I haven't ever seen that.
No, they're in good shape.
And you're talking about sexually speaking.
Well.
Why are you doing that?
I'm not saying it in a sexual way.
You use the...
I'm just saying it's banging, you know?
No, I don't. I want that on the record. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, but they love it. They love those kinds of jokes.
I wouldn't even call it a joke.
I had sex with a child.
No, and they're losing their
What's
minds.
the deal with fucking kids?
That's actually one of my favorite Seinfeld
It's a
bits.
great Seinfeld
He's
bit.
so funny.
He's so fucking observational.
What I like the most about him is the craft.
Well, because what he does, and
I love
think
his dedication.
It's very important because
craft.
he takes the time to take something that we've seen every day, right?
Yeah.
Every day in your life, you're walking down the street, you see a kid getting molested.
Yeah.
You're walking by that shit. You don't even think about it because it's just like
not me.
It's part of the fabric.
Because I'm a normal guy.
I'm a normal guy. I don't see things like that.
It's not my job to go home and spend 8 hours in front of a computer writing hilarious comedy like he does.
Rewriting.
Oh yeah, doing editing.
He's just cutting down the words.
He's a genius. He's a wordsmith.
He's a wordsmith.
He's a brilliant man.
You know what's crazy is like I can't think of a single full joke of Jerry Seinfeld.
All I can think of is what's the deal with airline food thing. But I don't even know what the joke is.
I don't know what the joke is. I assume that the food is bad.
I think probably it's probably that like it's small.
Yeah.
And weird.
These vacuum sealed, pieces of cardboard.
I'm gonna be honest. When you said vacuum sealed, that was pretty close to Seinfeld.
Vacuum sealed.
I don't think you now. See, now you're trying.
It's getting so much
That's
worse.
That's why it worked. Because I can't do Seinfeld at all either. But I think you didn't try, and it just kind of fell out of your head.
Molesting.
No,
that's more of a Kramer.
That is no, it's not. That's
It's no, because he has that the Seinfeld exasperation voice that he does.
When you're watching Seinfeld, they have the balls to make you watch his stand-up during the show.
They just throw that in there.
I mean,
that's how they start the show sometimes.
It's not. I mean, it's not like it's
not horrendous.
Some of it is bad. But every once in a while there'll be like a kind of funny one, but they're never really funny. And then you watch the show, and it doesn't make you laugh either. You have a great time.
Yeah, of course, it's enjoyable.
You're
but
not
laughing.
Maybe you'll smile really big when Kramer does something particularly silly.
Yeah,
maybe, but you're not laughing out
I would
loud.
say if you go through like a rewatch, you've not watched it for like maybe like a year or two, and you say, "Hey, fuck it, I'm gonna start Seinfeld." That the first maybe like 2-3 seasons, you will have like moments where you are almost laughing, like you're
really close.
They come
like
so close.
It's about
to getting
as close.
a chuckle.
It's about as close as you get from any comedy that you put on. Like,
honestly,
I'm almost laughing.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason it sticks around is that like you get close enough.
What else will make you? I'm trying to think of a show that has made me laugh. Maybe some of the Nathan Fielder stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I think the new one made me I made noises during it.
It gave me involuntary reactions. I don't know that I laughed.
I don't think I ever laughed.
Maybe.
But maybe I giggled from like that feeling of like you're watching something that is eliciting an emotion.
Yeah.
And so you start giggling because you're like, I don't know what I'm feeling now.
I hope he's doing well.
I hope he has so much
he seems to be
money
doing
and time to
He seems to be doing fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably he actually does not seem to be doing fine.
I think he's fine.
Like the way that an artist does,
I think he's
where
normal.
Like, you're kind of frazzled.
No, I think he's weirdly normal. I don't know. There's something. He seems like he has it all together.
Actually,
whenever he's doing stuff.
Yeah, I would say that like anybody who is actually successful in Hollywood or any of those kinds of entertainment industries, they generally are pretty put together people.
Yeah, well, if they're that kind of successful,
right? Because that's the only way to like actually get to
consistent.
The point. Like Nick Kroll.
Yeah,
like that man is just so healthy.
What is he doing now,
His brain is just.
He had a child. I think
he's doing. Big Mouth has now like 8 seasons.
I don't want anything good to ever happen.
And then
to him.
HR, the show that was a spin-off, is also now a thing.
Just spin-off?
And then his stand-up is like #1 on Netflix.
Well, that's because people know his name.
And it's really bad stand-up. I watched it.
You loved it.
It was so good.
You were texting me about it.
Yeah,
you were texting me.
How much
you would do, you'd watch it, and then you would send me audio of. You'd pause the show. You'd send me audio of you laughing. You'd text that to me, and you'd say, "Just watching the new Nick Kroll special." yeah. And then I would think, and I would go, this guy, he needs to find something. Something that's not stand-up comedy, certainly. You're back into stand-up comedy now?
Yeah, I did watch the most like the Netflix put out like all of the stand-up they put out this year. They made like a compilation, almost like a cum shot compilation.
Ugh.
Where it's like
I don't even like those in porn.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
No, they don't do it. They don't do it well.
I assume some people it works for, not for me. Isn't it strange that Netflix has decided, like, we're gonna stick to our guns. Mm-hmm. We're gonna there's all this competition in the streaming marketplace now, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna stick to it. We're gonna be the one for the stand-up. It's a terrible choice.
We're still gonna do like C-list stand-up comedy
why are they
specials.
Doing it?
All of them are like Latino people who you think are famous because they're on the Netflix,
right?
And you're just like, I just don't know because it's in Spanish. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like missing something. You look them up, nothing.
It's just a guy.
Zero.
It's just like some
just
guy.
A guy, yeah.
Well, because they tried to do what? Like they tried to make a bunch of original programming, and everybody hated it.
No one was upset. No one was happy.
Well, because they made like 400 shows.
Yeah,
they didn't. Like
and
HBO,
canceled all of them.
HBO makes original programming. They don't make. How many episodes do you think in 1 year Netflix paid for to be produced, and then no one? Why would you watch it? I don't watch it.
Not a single person. Because they got all the wrong people. That was the thing. I feel like Netflix was like, I think I've actually mentioned this on the podcast before, but like Netflix is that thing where it was like early internet. So like they almost at the beginning were doing early internet shit where like they just got people who were like semi-famous on like platforms to like come over and do either a show or stand up or something like that.
Just let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah. And that I think birthed like the big success of it, other than just like being able to watch like old movies or like not even old movies but movies from like 2008 that no one can access.
They had big good ones at the beginning. I remember it being oh damn, this is where they got all the movies. And now what's on there?
I mean,
what do they got?
Fucking nothing.
They're like 3 seasons behind on Better Call Saul somehow. They still don't have the new one.
Yeah, I feel like Netflix is the it's kind of like having an iPhone where like the if once they latched onto an aesthetic of like how the actual platform looks, and so then that has pulled people in.
I have never forgiven them for giving us the maybe the worst tech UI intervention where the autoplay videos that just can't turn off. Why?
Why
did they? I mean, implement it, obviously. Very stupid to do.
Yeah.
Why are they still... I cannot believe they're still doing it.
Right. Of all the things that they have not changed
it's
about
so
the
unpleasant.
Yeah.
I tried not to use the Netflix because I found there's nothing on there.
Right. It's
we all
empty.
know.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
We all know there's nothing on the television anymore. It's all gone. But Netflix in particular, nothing. So I would never open it. Then I found that some movie was on there that I wanted to rewatch like for the 3rd or 4th time. And so I went to it, and ever since that day I have not been able to open the Netflix app. It doesn't work anymore.
It just crashed on
I uninstalled it.
That was it.
I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it, I logged back in, still won't work.
Netflix decided that we're just done on
just
this.
Breaks.
We're done on this TV.
So I can't have it, I guess, which is fine. It gives me more time to do useful things like be belittled.
Like getting back to my roots,
right. Oh, yes. I
yes.
love getting back to my roots and my culture.
I love sitting down on a bright summer day, and I like to journal. I like to draw little pictures.
Nothing better.
I like to sit across my Divian, and I like to draw little pictures of boys.
I
just like to draw little photograph still images of beautiful boys.
Darling, come in here. Would you would you look at this photograph?
Look at this photograph I've drawn.
I've drawn a photo of a beautiful boy.
You won't even call it a drawing.
A beautiful little boy.
Look at this photograph. Isn't that almost completely realistic to what a little boy would look like?
Wouldn't you say that that's quite a beautiful boy?
Wouldn't you say that this boy is banging?
Yeah. Oh, see, you can't say that. Also, I want to bring up, you pronounced, what the fuck? You said Divian instead of Devon, which I don't even really know what that is.
It's some sort of couch.
It's a furniture thing. I know that, but no one's ever said it Divian. Nobody's ever said that.
I've never heard it pronounced Devon.
How's it spelled?
Devon.
How's it spelled?
Devon, get in here.
There's no I in
We're
it.
having fried chicken and popcorn for dinner again. And guess what we're watching? The Cosby Show.
Oh.
Yes, again.
That's not funny.
We're watching it again.
I saw a pretty funny, it wasn't funny at all, actually. It was a TikTok, so they didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
But in the premise of it, it was like, oh, granddad fell asleep with the kids. He was supposed to be babysitting. He fell asleep.
Oh, cute.
And the kids, they were also all asleep. It's like supposed to be funny, but, whatever. What was funny, though, is that the thing they had fallen asleep to, it was a Kevin Hart special. They just... It's one of those things, like it's sort of similar. Kevin Hart's success reminds me a lot of the Medea franchise.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just big; it made so much goddamn money.
Oh my God! Yeah, yeah.
People watched.
It's
people
crazy.
Turned out to the theaters to see those films.
He is an institution now.
And Kevin Hart, what is he doing? He's just like
everything.
I see him like on everything, like every talk show that I've never heard of.
Yeah, exactly.
He seems to be involved. I don't know what's going on, or does he still act?
Yeah, he does a movie like every year, probably.
Well, I'll have to see them.
He does movies. He does the stand-up still. I think he's now a record producer. I think he has his own production company for just like television and movies.
He's got like $1 billion.
He has like a bajillion dollars.
Do whatever you want.
It's crazy. And getting so much money for basically stand-up that was like, now what you gonna do with your dick is too small?
Yeah.
Your dick is too small.
Yeah, that's kind of close. You got his cadence.
The crowd is they're loving it.
It's a stadium.
People are. It's a football stadium.
A sold-out football stadium, screaming every time he says anything.
I'm a little guy. I'm a little man.
I'm short.
I'm short.
Cat Williams should have been him. If we could slot Cat Williams into Kevin Hart's reach and access to the culture,
it's true.
It would be such a better culture.
Oh my God,
Cat Williams. Oh, he's my man.
I just watched a clip of him, one of his of his new special, and he had yeah.
Is Cat Williams still around?
He's still working.
I didn't even know he was alive.
I know.
Good for him. He's had a hard time.
He had a bit about Joe Biden, saying how people were complaining about Joe Biden, like, oh, he's not all together, he's not doing it or whatever. And then the whole joke is just that he is 96 years old. Yeah. Think about people in your life who are 96.
I every once in a while I do relapse and put on just a bunch of Cat Williams for a week.
Oh hell yeah!
Every time I have nothing going on during the day, just put on some Cat Williams. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he'll make you laugh.
Yeah, actually laugh, not like Seinfeld.
Yeah,
not pussy ass bullshit.
Oh, they should have given. The better world it would be. Speaking of switching Cat Williams out for people. Oh, number one. If he, instead of Barack Obama, if we had Cat Williams, that would have been. I mean, I can't even imagine how much fun
I would have voted.
Can you imagine how much fun we would have had for 8 years with Cat?
That would have been great because then the transition would have been swell of Cat Williams, then Trump.
That makes sense.
Cat Williams again.
Yes.
Trump again.
Oh yeah.
Just alternating those two.
I can't wait for you ever hear about politics?
Oh my God, I cannot wait for the next time.
The thing I'm looking forward to the most is learning about what's going on in politics soon.
I stay up at night and I refresh just so that I can get the newest.
No, see, I like to hold off and then I wait until about 2 weeks before the election, and then I do a deep dive on everything that happened in the last year. I stay up all night for 2 weeks or so, and I just research exactly what I missed so that I can get all of the hot gossip about.
It's really important.
Have any Have any Congress members died recently?
Probably.
I like it when that happens. It's funny.
It is really funny whenever they die.
It's fun to be reminded that they weren't one of the ones who's in on it.
It's crazy that Nancy Pelosi's husband did not die.
He's doing great.
It's crazy that he did not die.
He's not in prison.
He got hit with a hammer. He was beaten with a hammer.
I forgot about that. I legitimately thought you were talking about the drunk driving thing that he got.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. This bitch is out there. He's drunk driving.
He was assaulted.
He gets clobbered with a hammer that was meant for Nancy Pelosi.
That's funny.
And then all of the Fox News people called him gay.
That was awesome. He said that the guy who attacked him was a prostitute.
Was a hired sex worker.
Man, we're never. It feels a little bit to me like the culture's starting to try to get less crazy, and I don't care for it. I was enjoying it when we were when Fox News' initial reaction to that story was that. It's such a wild reach with no evidence. I mean, the only evidence they had.
Well, I heard there was a guy involved.
So the only evidence was that the police report was weird and foggy, and that's because it's a fucking Nancy Pelosi's husband. Everyone involved is just a guy, just a normal cop. It's one of the only types of people who ever get to interact with Congress people, and it's just a cop of some kind.
You're
so
right.
They'll come in. So of course they're terrified. They don't know what they're doing. They're idiots. Also, everyone's bad at their job.
Right.
Aside from the police killing people, which they do all the time. They love it. Aside from that, they're also just generally bad at their jobs. They don't do a good job of even the paperwork stuff. And I could do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess if given the resources, I could do all the stuff the police do.
Yeah, I think. Hold on. I think literally everything that the police do.
I think every one of them. If I were given
I could do that
the tools and the very
quickly.
Brief training, which I assume is fake, right? They don't train you.
Well, right, yeah. They just show you images of Vietnam. They just show you war footage.
No, they show you
that's what it's like out there.
No, they show you they show you all the civil rights era, the film of it's sort of this is how it used to be. And then they show the cops releasing dogs on protesters and spraying them against walls.
Just using fire hoses,
yeah, just to get you hyped.
Yeah.
And then you go do an obstacle course, and you have to run a mile in less than 12 minutes, and then you're on the fourth.
A mile in less than 35 minutes. You are good. You're set.
Yeah. Come on in, man. Yeah.
As long as you can.
Here is your Glock. Here is the most up to date handgun and it's for you, and you can just have it.
Now,
take it home with you.
We don't want you to use the AR-15, but it is in your trunk at all times.
We've always got them,
just in case.
Got a couple of shotguns.
You never know.
Here's your neat
what's going
car.
to happen out
there. If in a different world, different life, I like to imagine I would love to have been a motorcycle cop. How do you get to be one of those guys? That seems fucking awesome.
That was so sick.
You ever see like a guy? They always look kind of stupid now because they make them wear like reflective stuff.
Yeah, no, it's all pussy.
So they're kind of lame, and their bikes are like big. Like not big in like a Harley ridiculous way. Just they're like
just bulky. Yeah.
But even then,
safer.
Even then, it's so that seems like the life to be like a highway patrol guy, but you just weave in and out of traffic all day. It's your whole job,
right?
But it's the only way to almost sort of safely ride a motorcycle because everybody's got to get out of your way.
Right.
Nobody wants to hurt you.
Well, and then like I wonder about those guys because like how much like they have to just always be ready to call back up at any moment.
Yeah.
Because you pull someone over and then like 9 times out of 10 they could overtake this whole situation. I mean,
well the police do have guns here.
That's I forget that, but the police have they have loaded weapons at all times.
We established last week. This is a Kansas City podcast.
This is a Kansas City podcast.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City news.
Did you see we just executed the first ever transgender person in the nation?
Jesus.
We killed him.
That was us. That's our claim to fame.
We have executed 2 people in like the last month.
Holy
Isn't that wild?
shit.
Yeah.
What did they do?
One of them, I don't remember the trans person. Oh, no, the transgender person killed their girlfriend or something, and then transitioned in prison. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why they're getting executed? Because they transitioned in prison?
But they got the death penalty for whatever. I didn't follow the whole story. I read like a brief thing.
I love the idea of killing your girlfriend. Yeah. You get to prison and you're like, you know what?
No,
I'm a girl.
It's actually remarkable because I read the article and it quoted this other trans prisoner, male to female trans prisoner, who was like her mentor in prison. It's a male prison, and she was discussing the difficulties of being,
I imagine,
right,
quite a bit.
I bet it's fucking tough.
You know, just based on like the one thing I've heard about prison.
Yeah. Well, even aside from that, it's still like, can you imagine what the day-to-day of it is? Anyway, they executed her. I think she's dead. But then they also executed a guy for killing a cop. That happened like a month or 2 ago.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know how long he'd been in prison. Probably, if I had to, based on the criminal justice system, probably 15, 20 years.
So just heroes. We're just killing heroes left and right.
Yeah, trans prisoners,
cop killers, girlfriend killers.
Yeah, you can't. I knew you were gonna. No, I disagree with all of their actions before their incarceration.
That's
my opinion.
Also, to transition in prison, like how much? How transitioned
there's a picture.
Can you get?
There's a picture. It was like pretty good.
Because I guess you can do the hair however you want.
The hair. They were on the.
You can't dress however you want.
That's government issued.
It seems.
No, but she looked like a trans woman. Like I think they were on the whichever medication you take. The hormone stuff. They were talking about that a little bit.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, she's dead.
Well, that part
dead
also kind of sounds pretty sick.
Dead in the ground.
Dude,
you're not doing well.
Can you imagine killing your girlfriend? Yeah. Becoming a woman, which you've always wanted to become.
Of course.
And then you get to die.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, think about that. You just get to die after that.
God. I mean, I would love to die.
A life well lived. Yeah. You have done literally everything.
That's all the stuff on your bucket list.
That's the whole thing.
That's your bucket list.
That's my whole bucket list, top to bottom.
Yeah,
Find love.
Anyway,
best
state in the country for sure. We love it here.
I want to fall in love with a woman one day. And then I want to kill her.
Nah.
Just with
Well, see, you had me going there for a second. I thought you were going to say
like
something
a household
nice.
Object or like, something heavy.
So a crime of passion.
Like a piano maybe like falls on her. Like when she's walking down the street. Like
okay, well now
I leverage it.
Well, now that can't be a crime of passion.
I was pretty passionate.
No,
when
that's going to require foresight. You're going to have to plan that.
Well, because I have an anger problem, so I'm angry for a long time. It's like the Hulk. I'm always angry.
I don't think your legal defense is gonna. I don't think if you have a lawyer,
Your Honor, the Hulk, right? Yeah. He's always angry. Think
now,
about
Your
that
Honor,
with
have
me.
you seen the She-Hulk?
Have you seen?
Your Honor, are you familiar with Better Call Saul?
Now, it's kind of like that, but there's a fucking She-Hulk who's doing the Saul part.
No, I just love like the opening statements of counsel on like on the defendant's side. She asked for the defense to come up, and he opens with, "Your Honor, are you familiar with Better Call Saul? It's on AMC. It's a spin-off of the very popular Breaking Bad series."
Have you seen the show Suits? It has the princess in it. It was on USA for 25 seasons.
I'm trying to think, what's another show from the early 2000s?
What's the one that Kumail Nanjiani was on? It was on TNT. It had two names.
I know what you're
talking about. It was like Benjamin and
it was something like
Netanyahu.
That. It wasn't that, but it was something like that. It was like two. It's like
Ted and Lasso.
I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
No one
I mean,
did. I don't.
I saw it when I liked TNT as a child.
What?
I thought that was.
What do you
sick.
mean? You thought explosions were cool?
Yeah, I thought because whenever I was a kid, I didn't have a
damn. I love explosions. This channel is going to be the place for me. I
didn't have an explanation that was ever given to me about how television worked, so I just picked channels that I thought were my channels. So like A&E,
really,
TNT,
really,
TNT.
Is this real?
This is real.
I did not have any awareness.
And then USA probably
how,
like those.
How young? Are we 12, 13?
From 12 to probably like 16 years.
I don't really think
4 year.
I hadn't really considered. I remember learning what like network TV meant.
Yeah.
Like a late night, or not late night, but like a primetime network show. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what channels were really. I mean, I knew about Nick as a kid, but apart from that, I never really thought about it that way. I mostly was on the internet.
I remember getting pissed off because if you have like if you're like a poor person, you have like access to like CBS. You have like CBS shows, and then TBS. I find out.
What's that?
TBS is very funny.
Oh yeah, right.
That's the show. Very
Characters
funny.
welcome.
Characters welcome. You go on, but then they're so different.
Yeah.
The CBS and the TBS.
So you had like a learning disability as a boy. It was tough for you.
What the hell is this? So they take the C, they put a T there, and now they're telling me that this is all funny now.
What the hell is going on?
Now, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is this?
You, just a young Italian boy in Missouri, just off the boat.
I still, off the top of my head, I can't think of what a TBS show.
TBS. In my memory, they pretty much just played movies.
I thought it was like reruns of like Seinfeld.
I think they did that too, but I think I feel like it was a movie.
Let's figure out what the TBS lineup was.
Now I'm starting to think it didn't exist.
I don't think TBS
is a real thing.
Well, it's very funny.
I haven't watched TV in a while.
Why am I on the Port Authority website?
For where?
Stuff
for New York?
Forget about that.
What are you doing?
It was just a redirect because of a bad website that I was on.
Port Authority. But we're landlocked. We don't have a port.
TBS, Television Network.
It's very funny. Which one is Characters Welcome? Which one's that? Do you know? I have no idea. It's very funny.
It's very funny.
Very funny. Kids, get in here. Kids. No, put it down. It's very funny. TBS is on. It's very funny.
Good morning. It's 11 o'clock today.
Mm-hmm.
The weather is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Very funny.
Are you doing David Lynch? Good morning. No, because, I haven't watched him do those in a while, his little daily briefs or whatever. But, he does, sometimes he will go like, I've been thinking a lot about, he'll do that. But him doing that about TBS. The other day, I was watching the television.
I was watching The Cube. And
I came on this channel. TBS. Very funny. Yeah. He does do that. Sometimes he goes on little rants about he was thinking about a song from 1966 that was the top of the charts. He'll do that. I thought it was a very good song, and then you think about family.
2 words that are just describing the whole thing.
He says he was thinking about this song, and he tells you so much about the song, what it is, and then at the end his point is that it made him think about how much he loved his family, or about other people and imagination, that kind of thing.
So you're right. It's mostly movies, and then it's Family Matters, American Dad, reruns of Friends, something called Greenland.
Whatever happened to
sucking your dick?
What's the Family Matters?
Having sex with little kids.
No. Nah, man. No.
Bob's Burgers.
So they probably play shows.
They just play.
So they're just a syndication. channel.
It's everything is in syndication.
Well, I won't be returning.
And then it's The Big Bang Theory all night long, baby.
Is that? You think is that still on? Are they making new ones?
I think it's over. I think they finally finished I think it was like after season 20.
This is like a pop quiz for you.
Yeah.
You
Sheldon.
Damn it.
Shit, got you,
well,
dude.
That's the answer. I was gonna ask who your favorite character in Young Sheldon was, and you got me. That's it.
It was and Young Sheldon.
Yeah, who's your favorite character? Sheldon's kind of the normie answer.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's true. It's true. I'm sorry, it's not very.
Who do you like?
I like how his mom is always saying things like, "You're so young, Sheldon."
Have you actually watched the show?
Sheldon, oh my God,
Sheldon, how did you get so small? So like
you used to be so big.
But didn't you have your own apartment?
Weren't you living with like 4 other guys?
Sheldon, what's going on?
And then I guess, although you were all scientists, you were having sex as well.
Isn't that
lots of it?
I think I'm tired of how it's lame to make fun of dumb shit that sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's like hacky and lame to make fun of the Big Bang Theory or whatever.
Right.
But like we gotta turn the corner on that because that shit sucks.
Fuck that show.
That shit is so bad.
Fuck that shit.
Good. It's not fun.
It's
not
funny
good to watch.
No.
You put it's on accidentally because it's your parents' house,
and
your parents have the TV on, and they're not watching it either. It's not like they like it. It's just on, and but you, because you have like some kind of mental illness of some kind, you can't stop watching it because it's on.
Right. You can't stop looking at the TV.
That's actually my biggest problem with visiting my parents, and I'm sure most young people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, is that because they grew up in a world where you could just have the TV on,
right?
And that's whatever. I just don't do that because I don't know what to put on, and I don't have cable, so I don't put TV. So they just have it on, and then I'm sitting there, and I can't stop thinking about how bad Big Bang Theory.
In fact, unless you are David Foster Wallace, if you grew up in the TV era where that was the big thing that was sucking your
it's
time,
always on.
Unless you're David Foster Wallace, it never like completely drives you crazy.
This is the David Foster Wallace episode.
Well, we should DFW
for next week. Maybe make a note. We should get a drop. We should get a drop.
Some kind of David Foster Wallace.
You know what?
Wallace
Maybe
stuff?
Send it to me. Let me see if I could do it.
Yeah,
it could be fun. I kind of want to go through a bunch of his stupid ass speeches he's given.
And
like cut them up.
This is water.
Pull chunks out of him and make him say that he's gay or something. That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be really good. I
might look into that.
But
It'd be easy.
unless you're him, no one went crazy watching TV all the time. But then like our generation, or like whoever was the first generation to like experience cell phones like on a daily basis, we did go insane.
Yeah, but it wasn't the TV.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like like we had, instead of having the TV on all the time.
Yeah, well, and we lost
which most of us do. But like we lost interest and we fell into the thing that's in our hand.
It's more fun,
which drove us crazy. And so then you go to your parents' place and they still don't have that.
Yeah,
they're on the phones. They're on the phones
constantly.
Yeah, but they don't have any of that like psychosis.
They haven't. Well, the thing is, like my parents are on their phone a lot, but they didn't form their brains while they had one. So like they don't use the phone in a poisonous way. They're just like on Facebook and going like, "What's going on Facebook?" And that's sort of the extent of it. Whereas I can't use the internet anymore.
The thing about like your parents fucking, how like you just can't handle the concept. It's hard to
hang on. What?
Oh no. Oh, so
what do you mean?
Well,
but they're
no. But they're married, right?
But they're mommy and daddy,
right? But they're married, right? They're a married couple.
Okay, but
now think about like what you do if you were going to be married to someone forever, and ever, and you would never get to see another woman ever again.
Yeah. I'd yell.
What would you would yell? Right.
At her, yell at.
And then maybe you would.
I'd yell at her. I'd yell at other people about her.
Maybe you'd need a little bit of.
What?
Maybe just like a little bit of pussy to.
What is that?
Just a little piece, just a little slice. Just a little jar of pussy every once in a while to tide you over, so that you don't completely you don't kill 8.
Oh, so what you're saying?
You don't kill 8 people in your family.
So that my parents
So your parents.
That guy killed 9.
They killed.
So my parents.
Sorry, I messed up his count. That was rude.
That's fucked up of you. He worked hard. I mean, maybe not for a long time, but that night was strenuous.
Like,
you have to admit it was strenuous.
You think about like the crew that works like the late shift at like a McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's like 5 people.
Yeah.
2 of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I was gonna say though about like the.
You
want to talk about McDonald's? I'll fucking talk about McDonald's.
I just thought maybe you'd like to go.
When was the last
we could
time?
Stop recording this. We could just go to McDonald's.
In fact, fuck it. Yeah, let's just
burger.
do that. We'll pause. We got like 20 minutes left. Let's just pause.
I'd like to have like a. I can't think of a menu item.
Like
a Filet-O-Fish.
I'd
like to eat 6 or 7 of them motherfuckers right now.
I would love to have a Filet-O-Fish. I would love to take a Big Mac, right? Mm-hmm. And then I just put that in a blender.
Could you think we should go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Do you think if I asked, do you think they would sub Filet-O-Fish? Can I get a Big Mac but sub the Filet-O-Fish for the burger patties? Do you think they would? Do you think they would do that? I bet they would.
I bet they would absolutely do that for you.
They seem kind of chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to go to Wendy's. They're usually beside the McDonald's, I want to go through like a Wendy's and say like, so I want to order the Baconator, but the Filet-O-Fish at McDonald's, literally you just it's right across. Just go over there, make that the meat.
That's some scumbag like upper middle class guy thing to do. Is go, hey, I'll give you $80 if you go across the street and get me a Filet-O-Fish.
Humiliate yourself.
At McDonald's. I want you to wear the uniform. I want you to wear the McDonald's uniform. I want you to walk over there. Yeah, I know it's busy. Don't go to the crosswalk. If you go to the crosswalk, you're not getting anything. But I'll give you $80 if you go run across traffic in your McDonald's uniform.
Also, not like a strenuous amount of money.
No,
like,
but enough that like some McDonald's employees would be like,
true.
"Wow, shit,
I could
use $80.
That is literally for some of us a shift."
Yeah, so like
that's
I could
8
use
hours
the
of work.
$80. I don't know. Maybe I'll run across the street.
Are they still paying people like $10 an hour some places?
In Missouri? I think yeah.
I think yeah,
but not in Kansas City. I think Kansas City has like a city something or another.
That's probably
but it's probably like 11 or 12.
Right, yeah. Maybe. It's probably 11 or 12.
Maybe. I would guess like 11. I don't know. I'm a big rich fancy man now. I make I think I'm currently making I think it's $400,000 a year now.
Yeah, I think like before taxes gets taken out. Yeah.
No, I think that's after tax. Actually.
After taxes, 400,000. See, damn, I should talk to my employer because I'm getting like 500 before taxes.
You going to your employer? Like, hey, I was actually talking to my friend who works in a different industry at a different job, and he said he makes more money than I do. So can we?
So is there any way we could like make it?
No, I know that doesn't. But like, because what the thing is it makes me feel bad because he's doing great.
Well,
and I'm doing so bad.
When we're talking about like how much money we make or like how much we spend all the time, and like we look at each other's bank accounts as like a fun game.
Whenever we're talking about like the types of women we can afford or like anything like that, he's always got me, and I just thought maybe you could help me out.
And like I can only afford like this kind of gun, but I would love to buy like a really like a bigger one than that.
That this is not, but that is the stupidest hobby in the world.
Guns.
Being a guy who has a bunch of different guns,
a ton of
and he's like into it.
Yeah,
and he likes to clean them and stuff.
Yeah,
That's one of the it's up there with there's a lot of crossover with homebrew beer guys.
Yeah,
that's the stupidest shit. Don't be doing that.
Those guys who
just go to work.
Yeah,
hey, go to work.
Hey, get a fucking job.
Go to work, come home, put on the telly, and then you just watch that, go to bed. Don't be buying guns. Stop it.
Watch TBS.
It's embarrassing.
Eat a meal.
Your family
with the
thinks
TV.
It's lame.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
Like, you have somehow turned the coolest thing in the world, a bunch of guns. You have made it into a thing that your, 7-year-old son thinks is gay. Because of how it's gross. It's being weird. You got, a big safe that costs, $12,000 to hold your guns.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think it's so funny when the guys who are into guns and have a bunch of guns, they see people who do either shootings or there's some sort of malpractice there with the weapons where they're killing people, and you have
malpractice is very funny. That's to call murdering someone with a gun malpractice.
Motherfuckers who get on have comments on something that are that is incredibly irresponsible.
Yeah.
As a gun owner.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredibly. It's that is.
My son would never be able to get to my and then he has some. I would have come up with the name of a gun, very specific one, but I don't know any.
All I can think of is Smith and Wesson.
Well, that's
what is that?
And I believe also
is that anything?
I got it. That might be the stupidest.
How about Smith and Breston?
Well, because
right?
This is what I was going to say.
It's like a gun with like a big pair of tits.
The gun has breasts.
The gun has like a big pair of swingers.
I'm actually into that. That's actually cool.
Like you're holding it and then like they're just dangling.
Yeah, keep talking.
Down. Yeah, and they're kind of heavy, so like you have to like adjust your aim.
Like
for
big though.
Yeah. Huge.
Big ones, but the gun.
And the gun goes through them, so it's like there's like a big nose that goes through the gun.
The gun is normal sized.
The gun is it's smaller than you'd think.
Yeah.
It's like a handgun.
Yeah. It's like a little handgun, like a women's gun.
And the breasts are like sandbags.
Like a little Derringer gun. Yeah.
Smith and Breston.
No, that's what I was going to say. Is that I believe the company is actually Smith and Wesson, not Weston. I think there's 2 S's.
I really stepped in it this time.
You really stepped in it.
Sound off in the comments.
You're always showing your ass about how little you know about weaponry.
I'm always showing my ass at gun ranges.
So I got an ad for.
Does this look concerning to you, sir? Look. No, it's just that whenever you use bad toilet paper,
is you at a gun range.
Yeah, you get a rash, right? But like, when is it too much of a rash?
Yeah.
You're thinking, well, does everyone get this much of a rash? Everyone?
It's like an ex-Marine who works at the gun range.
And you clean it off, sure. What's the deal?
You're at a gun range and there's like a big ex-Marine and says, sir, could you come in here and wipe the duty out of my ass? I've got a bunch
I'm sorry, sir.
I've got a bunch of duty. It's in my ass and it's stuck. And if you could.
Hello. If you could just. Yeah, hello, hi.
Take the protection off the ear.
When I was in the bathroom for just a second ago,
I made a poopy.
I made a big stinky in the bathroom, and I just need someone strong with like longer arms to
tugging on his sleeve, sir.
Sir, hello, mister. Hello.
Can you clean the duty out of my ass?
First of all, I come with questions. 1, have you seen my dad? But 2, I made a big one in the toilet today.
Were you a police officer? Did you used to be a police officer? Did you ever kill anybody?
Do you have guns at home? How many guns do you have?
Yeah. Do you have guns at home?
Do you always have to wear camouflage? Does it work? How often does it work? What about if it's snowing?
That's a great question.
What
about if it's snowing?
I just was watching something where there was like camouflage, like military guys in camouflage, and
was it something cool and good?
It was based on what I just said. Yeah. You bet your fucking ass it was good.
Badass. It sounds badass as hell.
So fucking sick. Yeah.
Camouflage and guns. Are you fucking kidding me? One or the other, I'm in.
Killing a nondescript Middle Eastern type of guy.
Yeah, someone who you could even peg as not Middle Eastern, but you could easily see he is, but maybe not. Maybe he's Pakistani.
The thing I was watching was an episode of Yellowstone where a character is having a flashback to when he was in the military.
This guy loves Yellowstone.
The scene is that they're on a hill, and then all these fucking like Arabian guys like come out from like, and there's this flashback where you're supposed to feel sympathy.
It's from when he's in the war, like in Iraq, and like a tribe assaulted their camp.
I hope to
where
God,
they were all playing PS3.
I wish to Christ that Taylor Sheridan did no research on this at all.
Yeah.
Like what scene is this?
Yeah.
From the war.
Just at a base camp, bunch of guys playing Call of Duty at war.
Right.
They're in a war, and they're still playing Call of Duty while they wait for their turn to go on patrol.
That's
or whatever.
So lame to play the game of your life.
I wish I could have gone to war. I have this bum knee. I have 2 bum knees, or I would have gone.
That sounds. Yeah, when you signed up for the draft,
they said nope.
Said so sorry.
They said you have 2 bum knees, and it seems like you also have a 3rd knee somewhere. It's in here. We found. And so you can't go. Sorry, Sonny. And I was signing up. I was 17. I was signing up. I said I want to be a private in the. What's the coolest one to be in?
the Marines.
Yeah, I said I want to be in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And they said I had that third knee, so I couldn't
And that was just a no-go for you.
That was the main problem.
Yeah.
They were gonna send me to wars.
They were definitely They were definitely.
They said when they saw like the look in my eye before the physical exam,
right.
and like my general demeanor, they said this guy's gonna go to the wars. That's what they said. I heard them talking about it before, but then we did the physical exam.
This is like the same as like when a little kid is like lying so hard about like their dad's job.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my dad, he was actually, he protected President Barack Obama. He was in the Secret Service.
He actually lived with President Barack Obama.
They slept in the same bed together, and Barack Obama said that he was his best friend. But I don't know. I'm not supposed to really talk about it because it's not a...
They would stay up late talking about basketball. Damn. Nobody should ever have kids. Can you imagine have to listen to that shit? God
all
damn.
Fucking day.
So we were on the playground
Jesus crap
but
it
so
up.
Tommy, so he's my friend, but he's also Isabel's friend, but he's my friend too. But he said he said that God, you just listen. You like
fucking Christ. I want to go do drugs.
I cannot. Because like all the other childhood stuff aside, almost like even like cleaning up their shit and like when they destroy your possessions,
absolutely.
That there's something charming about it. It's like life.
Right.
But having to listen to them tell you about what happened to them at school, Jesus fucking. I mean, I can't be bothered. I understand why people were such bad parents.
Absolutely.
For most of the time.
Oh, absolutely.
And I understand we talk about fucking like Victorian era or whatever, where it was like children are to be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
And we roll our eyes and go like, that's unhealthy. It's like, yeah, but fucking these kids.
The thing is, have you
seen how annoying we are now? Imagine a little Victorian girl.
Oh my God.
Just little stammering Jane Eyre, just like the idiosyncrasies of her little relationships with her stupid boyfriends that aren't real. You gotta listen to it. Absolutely not.
And Gerald, he broke my wooden teddy bear that
I bought the biggest teddy bear there was.
And then Gerald stomped on it in front of the man.
Oh, I hope that he gets his. Little fucking, you gotta listen to that. You're just trying to smoke opium.
Off to the fields, I suppose, for another run.
I'm off to pick flowers, Daddy. And you're just again just a big bowl of opium, just trying to get a chance to smoke the opium.
Good Christ, child!
You won't shut the fuck up. I got stuff to do. I got to go do embezzlement before we had a word for it.
I have to. Yeah, I'm here smoking opium. I have to go run the biggest company.
I have to go run the bank.
The bank,
the one bank in town. I got to go take care of it. I got to tend to it. Smoking opium and did you watch? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I did.
Don't worry about it.
Watched all of it.
Don't worry about it.
Watched every single episode.
It's okay, man. It's fine. I know you don't like it. You always say you don't like it.
Well, no, what it is? Tell me what
you're
it is.
You're saying don't tell me.
No, seriously. I just want.
Saying don't tell me about
it.
But
now I'm just curious.
No, but you're always saying don't tell me.
But now I'm just a little curious.
You don't like it.
Now you're making me curious.
What is that?
Right
what is that voice?
I'm getting kind of.
You're making me curious. That little tick.
Child, you're making me curious about that.
I don't know about child.
What you cooking in here? It makes me curious. It's just like Tracy Morgan type of shit. Liz Lemon.
Another king.
Liz Lemon, I'm curious right now.
Let me be curious to you. Yeah. He has a weird, and this isn't funny because he got in that horrible accident and his brain got all broken. But
is that true?
You don't remember that?
No.
He got in like a horrific car accident. I think he might have been in a coma. He was like out of commission for a while, and then he like made an appearance coming back after he recovered and did rehab, and he had like a speech impediment.
And he was still stuck in the show.
Well, no, but he had
stuck in 30 Rock.
He did have like a it was notable like this is a man who's been in a horrific accident. Yeah. But the thing I was gonna say is that Tracy Morgan before that he had one of the funniest types of speech impediment. I don't even know how to categorize it. It's just a weird. It's like his lips were always slack, like there was no. He never tightened his lips when he spoke, so it was almost a speech impediment, but you could understand him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it almost is just a voice, but that guy is he funny still? I mean, he got in that horrible accident.
Now he's hilarious.
Well, now he's very funny.
Yeah, now he's very funny.
I think it was just like a car accident too. It's not even like a fun one. Like Jeremy Renner, did you see that? He got like hit by a snowplow.
Really?
He's like in critical condition in a hospital still. I think he's like in a coma. Jeremy Renner. He like, but just got like hit by a snowplow.
See, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun because that's like rich shit.
He's probably gonna die.
Because who has this? Like, you have to be around snowplows.
Well, I have not looked into what happened, but he is in the hospital, like dying of snowplow.
That is so awesome.
It's a fun way to go, huh?
I think. Do you think they're gonna still make him do the Avengers movies?
Oh, I think they'll have to. He's got a contract, I'm sure.
He's got to fulfill a contract.
Well, didn't he have a TV show? I think they gave him a TV show.
A really good one.
We all loved it.
Yeah,
we all watched it.
If I could like just go through like top 10 favorite shows of the year 2022.
Number 1,
Hawkeye.
Is that the name of the show? I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it was like Hawkeye's Adventures or
yeah, that seems probably not that.
Hawkeye and the Hood. Hawkeye and the Hood.
Hawkeye and the Hood.
Hawkeye and the Hood.
Let's get back to doing stuff like that, huh?
Hawkeyes with attitude.
Hawkeye in the Hood, and it's Hawkeye from the Avengers. But he's in the hood.
He's got the bow and arrow. He's got the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And he's trying to solve.
We could have a lot of really funny racist. It wouldn't be funny as a comedy, but you know, like racist stuff where he's like he's showing up gang members, but he's just got a bow and arrow.
Oh right, like that's a classic like 90s action movie where there's like a white guy who shows up and he just kicks their ass. You know,
he's really good at basketball.
Or like they send like Jackie Chan. You know, he's just gonna go.
Someone should make something like that, but it's about a white guy who ends up on the like Def Jam black comedy circuit in like 1998, and he's just funnier than everyone else.
He's just killing.
Like a really skinny white
slaying.
guy, and he's just somehow he's on the circuit. Don't know why. Black people love him for no reason, and he's just killing every night, just absolutely destroying the crowd.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
What's that about?
That is sort of what a white guy doing Def Jam comedy would be.
It's hot. In the middle, it's all melted. What the fuck?
That's true. And you have a button for applause. You could press.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh man, you really missed an opportunity.
Yeah, and another thing.
N-word. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. You missed a huge opportunity to accidentally make me say the N-word. Is what I was gonna say.
Oh wow! Thank you, folks. Thank you. Remember to tip your
N-word
tonight at the before you guys leave.
I don't even want to dig.
Make sure to check your car for marks of the.
No, not that one.
You know, when my child was born,
I didn't like the first one.
They call it
either,
the mark of the beast, right? Well,
that doesn't even work. That doesn't even sort of work.
The beast with two backs.
And the crowd's going wild.
I'll give you
N-word.
With
that
two backs.
That doesn't even make sense.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
we had
you holding it?
They're just holding. You have to hold it down for it to keep going.
They love it.
Fucking love it.
Cannot. Does it change? Nope, there's the loop. It's the woo.
It's the same loop. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm glad that you've embarrassed me.
Yeah.
I might be going through and finding something. I'll just put it on my phone. Plug my phone in. I'll make you say some shit. I'll pay. I'm gonna pay like $900 for a license for like one of those deep fake programs, so that I can make you say the actual.
I thought you were gonna say like getting a private investigator to
follow you around,
record all of the things I say in the car.
I could do that probably.
Yeah,
I could do that. I don't have the money, but I have the. I could get it, and I have the access if I wanted. I think I could find somebody. That's a strange thing to think about. Mm-hmm. Anybody could just hire a private investigator for any reason. If
you've got some cash,
they just take money.
Absolutely.
If there's like a guy around like that you work with and you're curious about what goes on,
honestly, this isn't bad.
You can hire a guy.
This isn't a bad idea to give people.
He'll do it.
I would love to know.
Yeah, if you got a little bit of spare change.
I just around dinner time, like what's going on in that house? Like what does he
do?
Does he just sit and wait for work again?
When he goes home, what is it? What is home even to this guy?
Right.
What does he do? Like what time of day does he shower? It makes no sense. I can't imagine him doing.
I can't picture.
Yeah, your weird coworker Gerald or whatever,
right.
Who's got like a slicked back hair, and it started thinning like 4 years ago, but he's not balding fast. He's just kind of balding.
No one's gonna tell him anything.
No one's even gonna really notice because no one looks at him.
Well, in fact, the significant signs of baldness in someone, and they keep doing it. You know, they keep going with the slick back look, especially. It's like that's a clear sign that like there's no one there to tell you. There's no one at home.
Or it's just confidence.
Or or you're Nick Cave. Yeah.
Or just a guy who's not interested.
I don't really care.
I got my own stuff.
You know what? I don't shower.
I go
don't
home.
Shave.
I lay on the floor and I wait for work.
All right, I think that'll do it for us.
I'm glad you got me saying.
You saying
N-word? What? Yeah, that one. I'm glad you got that so many times. I'm glad I got to hear it so crystal clear.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It's real clean.
It's really good. Yeah, and I'm glad that's something you have saved. It's like on a computer somewhere. And it's fine to say that. It's just I don't care for hearing it repeated to me over and over, or having the context.
Well, this is actually an intervention. I'm trying to break you from the habit
of saying
N-word. Yeah.
So you're trying to get me to say the word,
right?
Instead of that.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that.
No, because I think this
N-word
is so offensive.
You don't like that. You think you would rather me say?
Because I'd rather you say. Exactly. I'd rather you say.
We should start the show, I think.
Yeah, I think we should probably start the show.
We should start the show.
We should probably start recording.
What's your favorite thing to do at home after work? This is the first topic.
Yeah.
This first segment.
This is a great question.
What's the best thing that's going on at your house?
So usually whenever I am
What are your 3 dream party guests? Just like anytime, anywhere. Living or dead, dream party guest.
What is your blunt rotation when it comes to political figures?
Oh my God. What is your what are your top 3 favorite in the blunt rotation of differently abled neurodivergent politicians from 97 to 2015? Top 3, go.
So Sarah Palin's son.
I guess Sarah Palin.
Fuck, he's gonna know that I don't know anybody.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. You don't know shit about politics.
You don't know no one with Down syndrome.
You're racist. Make a drop of that. Make a drop of me saying you're racist. I would like that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Not the N-word.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna fucking do that for a second.
Damn, now I feel like I actually have to do work.
I feel like
download some shit.
Because there was a period of time where what white people were told, sort of on like the broad spectrum.
This is an interesting way to wind down the podcast.
Social media was that like one of the ways we could help after the mysterious case of George Floyd. After
I think that does it. I think that could be the end. I think we could turn off the recorder now. I think that's a good ending. You have to finish your thought. It's fine. You got yourself pretty good with that, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'll give you it. Yeah. That's good.
But
you can press stop now. What are you going to follow that up with? It's better. Nothing.
Oh, you're right, guys. It's late.
You know, if at night tonight, think about it. Think about the mysterious case. Just think about that. It'll make you smile. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening.